Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. In this video, we're going to take a look at how algebra tiles can be used to multiply simple polynomial expressions and how they lead to something called the area model, which is a way to visualize how we multiply and factor certain kinds of polynomials or quadratics. So what we have on the screen here are two what are called binomials. I have the expression x plus 2, and then my other expression is x minus 1. And what I would like to do is take x plus 2 and multiply it by x minus 1. So what I'm going to do here is model it with area. So I know that if I have a rectangle, if I take the base and the height and multiply them together, that will give me the area. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to say make this the base of my rectangle. We'll move that over there. Okay, so this will be the base of my rectangle, x plus 2. So if you look at the distance going across, this would have a length of x, and then I'm adding 2 to it. That's going to be the base. And then I have to do a little bit of a rotate here. Okay, and this is going to be the height of my rectangle, and this is x minus 1. If you look at the dimension there, it's got a length of x, and then this is minus 1. So if I can figure out what area is contained right in this spot here where you see my mouse going around, that would be the product of x plus 2 and x minus 1. So I'm literally going to just drag stuff over and figure out what all these areas might be, and then I'm going to break this away so you can see the final area. So right here I have a window of space that looks like it has a width of x and also a height of x. Well, that looks like that will fit my x squared nicely. Okay, so here's a big chunk of that area. Right here, we have a height of x and a width of 1. So what would have a height of x and a width of 1? That looks like it would be these. Okay, and if you look at this, if you do x times 1, you would get x. So again, we're doing that base times that height. Now here it might get a little bit trickier. We have a width here of x, okay, which we know from our original dimension, but now the height is -1, and x times -1 would give me -x. So again, we have x times -1, that's going to give this a -x. And here we have a -1 times a +1. Well, -1 times +1 is -1. And then we have another one of these. -1 times +1 would give me a -1. And now I've figured out that area. So I'm going to just kind of break away these dimensions for a moment so we can see what that area is. So there's the width or the base of my rectangle, and here's the height of the rectangle right there. And this is the area, which means this should be the product, x plus 2 times x minus 1. So let's go take a look at what that is. And for the most part, this is pretty straightforward, except you will notice that we actually do have a 0 pair there. So if I were to look at x minus x, that's a 0, and we know we don't need to keep the 0 pair in there. And so the product here would be x squared plus x minus 2. So the product of x plus 2 and x minus 1 is x squared plus x minus 2.